Let's go over Star Wars The Last Jedi when it comes to Mark Hamill and his character, Luke Skywalker. This is Mike Zero here once again. If you guys are new here to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. Now, ever since the release of The Last Jedi back in December of 2017, there's been a lot of backlash going against the film itself, a lot of frustration based on some of the decisions that were implemented in the movie, and Mark Hamill has touched on exactly his reaction, his experience of first learning about Luke's death before in the past, and he actually did this once again at South by Southwest. In case you guys have no idea what that is, it's a film festival. Mark Hamill was there. Director and writer RIAN was there, and they eventually got on the subject of the death of Luke Skywalker, and Mark Hamill responded to exactly how he felt or feels about Luke's death in The Last Jedi, and this is what he had to say recently. So he states, "My first reaction was, can't we push this off until Star Wars Episode 9? Luke eventually does the right thing, selflessly for the good of the Rebel Alliance, and I realized I should do the selfless thing for the betterment of the movie. Seriously, I'm not trying to be self-aggrandizing, I'm just saying, in the greater scope of things, number one, I never expected to come back, so this is all like found money." Now, I too agree. I really do wish that Luke Skywalker had a whole lot more heroic moments throughout the entire film of The Last Jedi. Yes, we got that big heroic act at the very end of the movie where he's doing that force projection technique. And about that, it's actually called a doppelganger technique. I want to talk a little bit about how they could have also pulled that off. How maybe Luke Skywalker could have very well confronted Kylo Ren physically. I think that the force projection technique, I'm all on board with it. I do like the concept of it. I love how he tricked Kylo Ren. That in and on itself was a twist. However, I wish that we got maybe an extra 10 or 15 minutes or so in The Last Jedi where the force projection version of Luke Skywalker starts to vanish and tells Kylo Ren where he is and says, "I'll be waiting for you," and as he vanishes into thin air, that's when Kylo Ren goes to the planet Ahch-To and faces Luke Skywalker physically, lightsaber to lightsaber, clashing against each other. They could have done something around the lines of that, or maybe even saved his death until Star Wars Episode 9, where the credits roll just as Luke Skywalker is looking out to the beautiful binary sunset of Ahch-To. Now, let me know how you guys feel about Luke's death overall. I know that we have touched on this a couple of times before in the past. I know that a lot of people wish that he lived out to Star Wars Episode 9. I also noticed a good handful of you guys out there that loved exactly the fact that he died in the middle point of the sequel trilogy, which is a-okay, you know, everyone's open to their own opinion and how they feel about this movie. I, for one, just wish that he lived it out till the very end of Episode 9, or maybe even lived throughout the whole entire trilogy and leaving his death ambiguous. Anyways, guys, let me know what you think about Mark Hamill's response once again to Luke's death in The Last Jedi. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.